Today is Monday of Holy Week. And the Jesus we meet today, well, that Jesus isn't smiling. He's not preaching softly on a hillside. He's flipping tables. He's driving people out. He's angry. And not the kind of anger we're used to. Not selfish, not reckless, not hateful. No, this is holy anger. Righteous fury. The kind that comes from heartbreak. Jesus walks into the temple, the place meant to connect people with God. But what he finds is exploitation, commerce, corruption. And so he flips the tables of the money changers. He knocks over the seats of those selling doves, the offering the poor depended on to worship. And right there, in the most religious place in Jerusalem, Jesus makes a scene. But here's what we have to ask. Was it just about money? Or was it about the fact that religion had become a barrier instead of a bridge? You see, when Jesus saw those doves being sold, he saw the poor being charged to worship. He saw people making money off God's mercy. He saw leaders using holiness to hide greed. And he couldn't stay silent. Jesus quotes Isaiah, "My house will be called a house of prayer for all nations." And then he drops the hammer. "But you've made it a den of robbers." That word, robbers. It wasn't just about stealing money. It was about stealing access to God. It was about robbing people of hope, robbing the poor, the outsiders, the wounded, the broken. This wasn't just anger. It was grief. Grief that the temple, the house of his Father, had become a gate instead of a doorway, a place of oppression instead of restoration. And so he flipped the tables not out of rage, but out of love. Because sometimes love has to make noise. Sometimes love has to turn the tables over. And sometimes the most loving thing that you can do is refuse to let injustice hide behind religion. So, let me ask you, if Jesus walked into our churches today, our homes, our systems, what tables would he flip? Would he find people worshiping in spirit and truth, or selling access to grace? Would he find us lifting the broken, or profiting off their pain? Because Monday wasn't just about cleansing a temple. It was Jesus making a statement. You don't get to use my Father's name to build an empire, not on the backs of the people I came to save. And this was personal. This was prophetic. This was the beginning of judgment, and it came with tears in his eyes. So let's sit on that today. Let's ask not just what made Jesus angry, but what broke his heart. And then let's ask, what needs to be flipped in us? Because maybe, just maybe, today, Jesus is still flipping tables. God bless you, my friends.